Hello my spooky crew and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. My name is Alex and thanks for coming to my spooky corner of the internet. Guess who's back? We have Miss Madison here for a video. I realized recently that I haven't done a video with Madison in a long time. If you haven't met Madison yet, this is my alleged haunted doll Madison. I got her a couple years ago actually. I think we're going on 2 years now. Really, kitty? And this is Callie. Callie and Madison are kind of best friends, by the way. So whenever I have Madison up, Callie wants to get with Madison, like sit in her lap and everything. Aren't she being the cutest? Goodness. And I also think Callie is wanting attention. Not that I don't give her attention 24/7. But anyway, so I realized I haven't done a video with Madison in a long time, and I haven't done a video with Madison in this apartment. Now, I have been doing spirit communication sessions with Madison in this apartment since we moved in, but I haven't done any content on her. If you're wondering about Madison's story, I did make a couple videos about getting Madison and a few PhasmaBox sessions with Madison. In one video, I feel like she said my name. There's actually a couple of spirits tied to Madison that I personally believe. I don't know if that's true or not, but between PhasmaBox and devices going off and whatnot, I think there may be about 3 or 4, if not 5. And the reason why she has the name Madison is because the seller that I bought her from said that Madison came from an estate sale. The woman who owned Madison was named Madison, and she was like a baker, a confectionist, so she was really like into baked goods, and that's actually one of the ways that you can trigger Madison. I don't have any baked goods right now, but these days Madison's doing pretty good at, communicating her needs and whatnot. And I'll tell you more in just a moment. Before we get started, be sure to click on that subscribe button, give this video a like, and be sure to click on that notification bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload a new video. And if you want more spooky content, ghost stories, my opinions on the paranormal and ghost hunting, then head on over to my website at thespookystuff.com. And if you're into spooky stuff merch, so mugs, notebooks, buttons, t-shirts, and all that fun stuff, and books, my books, you can go to etsy.com/thespookystuff. I got lots of fun stuff over there you can check out. And I'm also on Patreon, so I'm working on the blooper reel for February. If you want to get in on that, tiers start at just $3 per month. You get a sneak peek behind the scenes of my videos, as well as, updates about my personal life, upcoming projects, and you're going to start seeing excerpts of my upcoming book pretty soon. If you go to patreon.com/thespookystuff, you can get in on all that fun stuff. And I think that's it. Follow me on social media while we're at it. All right, so first let me update you all on Madison since we moved into this apartment. Now, we moved in about a year ago. I had a job offer in another city, another state, so my husband and I packed up and went over to this new city, got a new apartment and everything, and I was curious about whether or not the activity that we had in the previous apartment would stick around. Like, was it attached to us or was it attached to the apartment? And if you've been following me a while, you know that I had Frank the Kitchen Ghost. All right, I'm gonna put Madison over here before I tell the story of Frank the Kitchen Ghost. All right, so Frank the Kitchen Ghost was this ghost that was hanging out in the kitchen of our old apartment. We heard his voice a couple times. He would make electronics go off even when they weren't plugged in. Frank would also move things off the breakfast bar if we ever had anything on the breakfast bar. I also saw things levitate in this area too. Now, someone did bring up to me that maybe Frank wasn't a human spirit, but maybe a cat spirit, which I'm okay with that if that was the case. Now, when we did leave that apartment, I did tell Frank, I'm like, if you want to come with us, you can, because overall Frank was harmless, besides some levitating shenanigans, Frank was fine. But I don't think Frank came with us because the activity that we had in the previous apartment does not match what we have in the current apartment. We actually have a few more things going on here. Nothing like super negative. We did have a few things that really creeped us out, but yeah, overall, it's fine. But with Madison, we've had fairly consistent activity. When we first got the doll, we had little subtle things happen, but then one day my husband was laying on his stomach in our bed, and he thought a cat was walking on his back. And when he reached up to pet the cat that was on his back, that could be a rhyming book, there was no cat there. And so first he got up and he looked around and he's like, okay, there's no cat. Maybe I just mistook it. Okay, so he laid back down and then the little feet on his back came back. So, it was one of those like weird things. Again, there was no cat. And, we do have cats. And when a cat jumps up on the bed to be with you, like it just, you feel it. Like you feel like the little subtle jerk of the bed. And even with our new bed, which is a really nice bed, you can't usually feel things happening. You can usually feel like a little subtle little jump on the bed when a cat gets on it. So that was interesting. We also started having like weird bruises appear like on both of our bodies. But again, we have cats, so it's like, okay, is this a cat or is this Madison? But sometimes the bruises would like have a continuous path, which was a little bit weird, meaning it was almost like whoever was leaving the bruises was getting both of us at the same time. But that didn't start until we moved here. So the latest thing that happened with Madison is that I had her on the bottom of my bookshelf, and that was because, Callie, who you met earlier, Callie likes to sit in Madison's lap. So I thought, okay, well, I'll keep Madison on the bottom shelf so that Callie and Madison can hang out. That's just kind of their thing. But then I noticed Madison kept falling off the shelf. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe when Callie's getting in Madison's lap and she's getting out of Madison's lap, it's causing Madison to fall. So I moved Madison up like 2 shelves so that she was on the middle shelf. Excuse the wedding stuff. So Callie and Madison would hang out on this area in the bottom shelf. So then I moved Madison up to this shelf right here, and she was still falling off, which was weird. So I got out the PhasmaBox and I asked Madison, I said, hey, are you jumping off the bookshelf? What's going on here? And if you don't like it here, where do you want to go? And literally I heard the PhasmaBox say top shelf, which is here. So this spot right here is where Madison now hangs out. I forgot to mention too that when Madison was on the middle shelf, my camera usually for work is going to be over here, so you get a shot of my bookshelf in the background. Something weird did happen where I was on a work call. It was a video call with a colleague, and Madison literally fell off the shelf like in the middle of the call, and my colleague was like, your doll just moved, and it moved off the shelf. And of course we weren't recording the call because, confidentiality and everything, but it was a little weird that someone else also noticed it. But anyway, I figured for this video, I'm going to do a PhasmaBox session with Madison. I'm not going to do one of those like long continuous ones because one, I think they're boring. And also I'm going to show you the best of. So I'm probably going to play this for about 20, 30 minutes, maybe. See if anything comes up, if Madison wants to talk or if whoever's around wants to talk. And we will see what happens. But first, I need a sip of coffee. Okay, let me fire up PhasmaBox. All right, Miss Madison. Hello, Madison. Can't believe. Anna? Now, I do think there is more than one spirit tied to Madison, but I address Madison as like a legion, so to speak. And plus, I have my notebook. Timestamps. I heard a hey, Mom. With like a smaller voice. Good morning, Madison. How are you? Do you like the smell of coffee, Madison? Coffee? And I just spilled coffee on myself. Awesome. I keep hearing the name Anne. Is there someone named Anne here? I've heard the name Anne a few times. Do you mean Anna? I never use it. Okay, that's interesting. So your name's Anne or Anna, but you never use it. Are you saying I never use it? Should I start calling you Anne or Anna instead of Madison? Anna or Anne? I heard folder or boulder. How many spirits are with me? Y'all like to interrupt me. How many spirits are with me right now? 20. Full house. Did I hear that correctly? Did I hear 20? It's okay, I forgot. By the way, those of you who are watching, if you hear something, put it in the comments because I'm terrible at hearing this in real time. Terrible at it. What time is it right now? Do you like this new home? Because we moved. It's accessible. So, do you like this new home? Do you like the shelf you're sitting on? Do you want to travel? Do you want to travel with me again? I'm coming. I used to take Madison to conventions with me, but then I stopped because I wasn't sure if she liked it. Madison, are you happy here? Or Anne or Anna, are you happy here? There's something about that name. Is it Anne? Anne, did you come with the doll? Or were you already here? Thought I heard already here. Front entrance as well. That's interesting because there's an entrance. There's an entrance over here to my home, and there's also an entrance over there. But we call this the front entrance. So Anne, do you hang out by the front entrance? Not really the best. So, interesting fact about the front entrance of my apartment is that it does open up to the street. And we do live in a city, so it's busy. A lot of traffic, cars and people. Yeah, there is a lot of traffic. I thought I heard traffic. Is it okay if I is it okay if I call you Anne? Well, for right now, I'm going to call you Anne until you tell me otherwise. That's the thing. Sometimes sometimes what comes through isn't always the doll, and I usually don't record my openings, but I usually introduce myself every time, and I'll basically welcome anything around to come communicate. So I could have set the boundary and said I only wanted to talk to the spirits tied to the doll, but I feel like that would limit me a bit. So treat them well. Not always. It's still here. It's showing. What's still here? Heard something like, ow. Madison, can I set you down over here? Because I feel like whoever I'm talking to is not attached to the doll. Ooh, pressure change. My ears feel like they're going to pop. How many people am I speaking to right now? Excuse me. Or how many spirits am I speaking to right now? 8? Who else am I speaking to? What's your name? Grofin? Grofin? The music is interesting. So PhasmaBox essentially gives phenoms. So the music is a little interesting because, yeah. Did you like music? It sounds like jazz music or big band music. Machine. I do have a couple of machines playing. I need to look up this name, Grofan or Grofin. Found a couple things on Grofan, but I'm not sure if that's... The results are kind of weird. So, yeah. There's a band called the Biker Grove Fan Club, but it's like, is it Grove fan like GROVEFAN, or is it Grofan like GROFAN? It's a little Interesting. Are you the one that my husband and I have been hearing in our apartment? Like we've been hearing voices in this apartment, like yelling, like ah, those kind of voices in our apartment. And it sounds like it's coming from inside. We've gotten really good at differentiating sounds outside because it's muffled. Something's up. This is all very interesting. What do you see around you right now? I do. I I do live in an apartment building, and I do live right off the Potomac River, across the river from Washington D.C. There could be a lot going on here, and I also, because I live in an apartment building, there could be a lot of things happening here. All of these sounds are a little confusing to me. Why are you letting me hear this stuff? No steel? Coming? Something record. Dance. Did did you like to dance? Palestinian. Warsaw? This is interesting and kind of weird. It seems like I'm getting a lot of this isn't connected to a radio. Hang on, I'm going to double check. No, the radio's off. Radio is off. I know there's a lot happening with the world right now, especially with like the UFOs and the UAPs being, shot down. Can you tell me about what's happening in the sky? At ease. Something I should also probably note with where I live, I'm also about 5-10 minutes away from the Pentagon. I'm wondering, am I picking up like residual energy from like just the climate of this area? Okay, well, I'm going to close this out. If there's anything else you'd like to say to me, now is the time. Something about equipment. Okay. I thought I was going to do the best of clips here, but I guess I'm just going to play the entire thing because there's some interesting stuff coming through. Okay. Well, thank you for chatting with me. If you want to stick around, please don't. Please leave. Unless you already live here, then my only condition is don't harm me. Don't harm my husband. Don't harm my cats. Okay, we're good? Madison, anything else you want to say? I'm sorry you kind of got overshadowed and overpowered here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you for talking. Sure. That was weird. Y'all heard the button that I turned it off, right? Okay. So that was interesting. I didn't quite expect it to go that way. The other PhasmaBox session I did in here, that did not happen. So I'm not sure if maybe something else was coming through or if PhasmaBox was glitching out. Like I said, I do live in a very energetically charged area. Like I said, Washington, D.C. is just across the river. I live off the river. I live about 5-10 minutes away from the Pentagon. I live in a city, so this is a very active area. It's a very active area spiritually, energetically. There's a lot happening around here, so I'm wondering if if there was something paranormal happening, maybe the ITC, the PhasmaBox, was picking up on that, or it could have just been a whole bunch of sounds and everything. I also live in apartment buildings, so people bring their own baggage and their own energies with them. Could it be that since I had this turned on, if there were ghosts in the building or spirits in the building, they're like, oh, someone's trying to talk to us. Let's go head on over there. That was a little weird. So I'm going to be really curious to hear what you all hear. Like I said, I'm terrible at hearing this in real time. So probably as I'm reviewing the video, I'm probably going to hear more things that I should have used as talking points. So yeah, I'll be curious to see what you all pick up on. I don't think anything attached to her was really talking just now. So that's the beauty of doing these kinds of sessions, is you go in with one intention, then something changes. And this is why when we do paranormal research or we try spirit communication, we go in with an open mind, and I try not to let my bias in too much, meaning that I wasn't assuming that every voice coming through was attached to the doll. That's why I changed my strategy a little bit and opened it up to something a bit more widespread. So that was interesting. Again, let me know what you hear in the comments, and I would love to hear your theories on what exactly just happened here, because I'm very confused. And before you go, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give this video a like, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and let's solve this mystery together. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next round.